What's an event you look back on and think, I'm lucky to be alive? I went to a frat party in college, and at it some guy took my house key and swallowed it as a prank. I was super ticked off, and immediately paid some dude I didn't know $50 to hold the guy down and force his mouth open. I then jammed my fingers inside his throat to make him throw up. He eventually got sick, but somehow the key stayed in his stomach. I went home that night with vomit stains all over my brand new off-white hoodie, and was so drunk that by the time I reached my door, I had completely forgotten I had no way to get in. I could have very easily called my cousin, who literally lived with me, but drunk me didn't think of that. Instead, I got the idea to scale my apartment building and climb in through the open window. I looked up to how high the window was and decided, F it, if I die, I die. I then channeled my inner Spider-Man, gripped the drain pipe with all my might, and started climbing. I somehow made it all the way to the third story where the open window was, and once I was on the ledge, I saw my cousin in the room. Well, the lights were off, and because of this, my cousin didn't recognize me. All he saw was a shadowy dark figure climbing into his room through a window at 4 a.m., and so he pulled out a handgun. I went to scream, "Don't shoot, it's me!" Unfortunately, right as I opened my mouth, he pulled the trigger. The bullet went straight in and exited clean right out the back of my neck. Given I was not fully inside when this happened, I stumbled back from the impact and fell from the third story. I landed in a thorned bush, broke my tailbone, gave myself a concussion, and was covered in millions of little cuts from the stupid thorns. Perhaps it was the alcoholic will to live that kept me alive, but I was somehow conscious. I turned from atheist to Christian in that second too, and started praying to Jesus Christ for a miracle. Well, God was merciful, and seemed to take pity on me at that moment, and some woman ran out of the building and came up to me. I was taken to the hospital where I underwent emergency surgery, and doctors told me I was the luckiest man alive. The shot had totally missed all the major structures in the mouth. I didn't have as much as a chipped tooth from the bullet, and my mouth and neck were totally fine after a few days. I did wear a back brace and sit on a pillow for months though. My butt wasn't happy with me. I fully believe that Jesus saved me that day, and in his name I dropped out of college to start pastor training to spread the word of God.